Lambeau is set to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
The 30-yard line.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. A throw caught here by Morton. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, catch made here by Campbell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his throw is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmaker. Involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives you...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Great route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Pressure comes and down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
First and 10.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Second and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
He is good. Makes the score Black Knights 10. Colts.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On play action, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the pressure gets to him again.
Winston sacked.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Returnable for Thomas. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. London about set to take over on offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Colts nothing.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
The London 1st down.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
London.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An ideal beginning of the drive there is they'll get 20 and a 1st down. On the delay. Here's Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Out of the gun, Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
19-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A 29-yard.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10 to 3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him. Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
1st down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for him, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
DJ Shark. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40.
They'll set up the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23.
1st down.
A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know a lot of coaches like to break their season into quarters. And how about the first 4 games for this guy? 3 touchdowns scored. really making his mark in the red zone here in the first month of the season.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is now 17-3.
Josh Lambo is set to
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Jameis to throw it. Got his man. It's Morton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a run with Geis. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Thomas on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. He will push his way down to about the 14. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 7.
The 14-yard line.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Josh Lambo is set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more? Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, Campbell making the catch. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Third down, here's Geis, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Thomas. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. And they rattle off a big one. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2nd and goal from the 1. And it's caught. Touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Returnable for Thomas. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
At their own 36.
London about set to take over on offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would
even
do
know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Winston firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. on first down. This is Geis. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
47 Mike, 47 Mike.
To throw, Winston. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the...
Here's Winston. And that's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
It's 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is caught at the 8. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing, Winston. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return will stop right around the 25. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the interception, Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
A.J. Green. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 49-yard line.
Again, it's Winston. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
They call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now left side on the swing pass, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Jameis again. Catch made here by Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A throw caught here by Morton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Gain of 7. Brings up second.
They'll run with Geis. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Here's Hines. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Winston. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Trey Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Looking to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And it's caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And inches at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
First down, Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 45-yard line.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's good.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Jack Doyle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Jack Doyle.
Off the play fake, Winston. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Winston. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
4 point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And a London first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.